In this video, we would like to discuss how attitude makes gratitude, because gratitude is very important to our well-being. There's enough research done on how grateful people are happier and they have less stress. So let's look at it, how attitude makes gratitude. First, what is gratitude? Gratitude can be being grateful for little things, right? So attitude is your disposition, how you look at life and things like that. This is my attitude. At times you must have heard, I don't like your attitude. Why? When someone is acting strange, etc., we say that they have a bad attitude, right? So gratitude makes attitude. So very often the grateful people, if you are really a grateful person, it's almost impossible to have a bad attitude. And there's a strong relationship between a positive attitude and gratitude. Grateful people have a positive attitude. So, and what are the benefits of having this a better or a good attitude? It helps you to, because you're a grateful person, celebrate the presence, what you have. You celebrate what you have, you enjoy, you are grateful for what you have. And when you are happy and when you are grateful for what you have, it's a very effective way to block out negative emotions, toxic emotions. Because you are occupied with this gratitude for the things you have. So toxic thoughts cannot come in. It builds resilience and social ties. It builds, if you have a positive attitude, often it builds resilience. It builds a social ties. Because grateful people have a good attitude, people like to deal with them. So it's a very interesting cycle here, what we call adaptation. So you get used to adaptation. In psychology, you call it adaptation, because we get used to luxuries, become necessities. So you're used to this. You wanted a house, you have it now. You wanted a car, you have it now. You wanted a better car, you have it now. So you get adapted, right? And then they are taken as granted. You have it. And then try to think about things you don't have. So then dwelling on negatives. I don't have this, I don't have this. So this is where the attitude, negative attitude works on you. And then ego. If you are egocentric, of course, you will have so many things to complain about because your ego is somewhere else and then what you have is something else. So there's a big gap. So this is a vicious circle. So the adaptation is a dangerous thing. Once you are in this adaptation trap, whatever you get, you will adapt in a very short time. And then after that, it becomes part of your life, and you're not grateful for it because it's taken for granted. So it's important to take time and say, look, I am grateful for what I have. So in gratitude, it's a very important thing to be verbal about it. Say thank you. Thank you to yourself. Thank you for the bright morning. Thank you for the birds. Thank you for so many things. Because otherwise you get adapted to whatever you have, and it's nothing special. There's nothing to be thankful. Non-verbal, smile, eye contact. Help others. Keep a gratitude journal. How can I be grateful? How can I help other people? What are the things that I have that I should be grateful for? So these are very simple but very important things. I'll give you a good example. At times I have to do gardening. So you can complain and take a negative attitude because we have a big garden and there's a lot of weeds and all this stuff. Or be grateful. In a very busy, expensive city, you have a good garden, right? A valuable garden. So that's another way of looking at it. If you look at it from a positive viewpoint, there are so many examples like that. Right? So you need to turn this negative to positive. We have even written a blog on this one, how to move from negative to positive. Then, biblical principle. Biblical principle for this is rejoice always. Even in crisis, you rejoice because your inner joy is motivating you. Your inner joy is energizing you. So happiness or unhappiness on these small things, it's not going to take away your inner joy. So gratitude, you can consider it as a divine principle for joy. Be joyful. So grateful mind attracts great things. So gratitude doesn't come automatically. You have to cultivate it. Gratitude daily. Now, if you are into meditation, bring gratitude as part of your meditation. Gratitude into it. Give thanks first thing to what you have. Maybe a good health, maybe a good family, maybe a house, a car, or whatever it is. That will put you in a good attitude for the rest of the day. So then there are so many people around you maybe complaining, whinging. It doesn't matter to you because you have anchored your gratitude-based attitude first thing in the morning. And when you practice it continuously, it will settle in you like concrete. Your gratitude-based attitude will bring you joy. And that's very important. Thank you very much for listening. More information on this at joyceoftotalwealth.com. and totalwealthplan.com. Thank you very much for listening. Be grateful.